I love trucks because they are magnificent. It's a beautiful beast and it's so complicated. Every day you learn something new.
Well, women hold up half the sky, but you wouldn't tell it by seeing who owns businesses, particularly in the automotive sector. So we need to focus on identifying women that are in the sector, giving them the opportunities and supporting them.
I always had good teachers. They used to say, you know, just because your parents didn't finish school, just because you see around you that there are kids that get to grade 12 and then that's it, it doesn't have to be that for you. I applied for NSFAS and they gave me a bursary to go to the University of the Free State. So I did my degree there. I started my career in insurance, surprisingly enough. But shortly a year after, I joined the automotive industry.
Initially, I started by importing bathroom accessories and distributing it to the market. The reason why we headed then into the manufacturing of those very same items that we were importing was because we just couldn't find anything at an affordable rate. Then we realized that the main need was for aluminium. And that was our first into the automotive and our flagship business.
KPL die casting is a high-pressure aluminium and zinc die caster. We take molten metal, force it into a mold and make products. Right now we serve about 6 different industries, 20 different clients, up to 60 different products every month. So it's quite a big range of work that we do at KPL.
I started with passenger vehicles, right, in the service department. And then I moved into used vehicles, shadowing the used car sales manager. Then I ran many successful dealerships over the years. And then I was phoned by a recruiting agency saying that they've got a position with trucks in Pietermaritzburg. And within a month of being there, I was told, listen, you need to open another dealership now in Pinetown. 2 years down the line, I realized that I would really like to build something and I would really like to impact people's lives. So my current partner, but then at the time he was a colleague, we registered the company and then we were on the lookout. There was a rumor that, listen, there is the dealership in George is going to be sold. And we were fortunate enough that we were the ones that were chosen at the end of, of those investor runs. We were given 3 months to secure funding. So it was a bit difficult, actually.
In the automotive value chain, there are very few businesses that are owned by women. So as the BEE Trust, this is a particular focus for us.
So I got Nonkuwela's number from someone. And then she says to me, there is a VW trust fund. Just talk to this guy and let's see if it makes sense to him. And he got it. He got it.
It was very challenging to grow the business. I had to have my ear to the ground all the time. I got a call from Volkswagen telling me all about the Intinga project. We applied. We were one of the 10 companies that were chosen.
So the new machines came in 2019. So I joined KPL as the external accountant to do some reporting to the funders on a monthly basis. We worked for a long time talking about the numbers, the people, the potential. But I think one thing in the back of my mind was looking at the succession of KPL. I said, okay, this is aligned with my vision for my life and what I want to do in South Africa. Once Sally let go, she let go properly and said, this is your baby to take forward. But that was a key moment, I think, in defining how we work now.
So that's the real aim of broadening and increasing and diversifying the supply chain. You increase the skills, employment, and growth and sustainability locally.
You'll notice at KPL, it's a factory, but it's a love for people. That's great to see how the leadership has cultivated that culture.
We have staff that have bought houses. We have staff that have bought cars. We have staff whose children matriculated and are onto academic studies. We have staff, their mothers retired and the children came to work here. It's been the best part of my journey, the best part.
Those are the multiplier benefits of having a bigger a more diverse and more inclusive supply chain. So all our efforts are aimed at doing that.
Race Corp is a prosperator. Our reason to exist is to ensure that we support entrepreneurs. We've been partners with VW South Africa for around 10 years now. I think what's really unique about this partnership is that from the beginning, VW's led the thinking in terms of how enterprise and supply development is done.
Unwavering Events is a communications company. I studied public relations and then I started working, and I found that I couldn't really get all my creative juices really flowing. So I went into this wild, wild west, which is running a business and entrepreneurship. And I realized that I needed help with growth. So I signed up for the Race Corp development program.
So what we do for entrepreneurs is we support them by providing them physical infrastructure with a set of what we call guides. They get a strategy guide, a finance guide, a marketing and sales guide, and a personal development guide. They meet with them every month, and they're there to support them in a very programmatic way.
I always wanted to be an entrepreneur since a young age. I started small. I got myself a premises, but then hardcore lockdown. From nowhere, there was a line almost every day in my shop for water, because people are all of a sudden health conscious. They want to live healthy, they want to drink water. And that is how I started my journey. I met this guy and he told me about Race Corp. I was so excited. And if I look at how Race Corp, they helped me, how they supported me, I mean, they became like family. And I'm so very thankful. And I saw the business is growing, and I saw an opportunity in the market to open another shop. And that one started to grow. Eventually I got to a retail space in a shopping center, and I use it for the third branch.
I'm in the third year now of the program, and they know my business. It's just nice to know that I can call on them to say, you know what, I need help, guide me on this, and they are just really always there for you. And then also obviously with VW being the sponsors for me on the program, that opened up more opportunities for us in terms of work. And we actually ended up creating a design for their wellness building and their 2 ambulances as well.
So the aim of the BEE Trust is inclusion and making sure that everybody has a stake in this country, in this company, in everything. So the Karega Township Economic Development Program, it's still very much in pilot phase. We're still learning because it's very context-driven. And this community, there are lots of challenges. We started out by doing research on the state of economic activity in the township. And then once we understood that, we then identified 3 sectors: the automotive sector, the recyclers, and then the beauty and personal care industry.
In 2019, we started collecting, recycling. We only started with 2 bags, not taking it seriously as a business. But while we were busy in that process, SLF came through, looking for people who are doing small businesses. Then I decided, okay, I'm gonna attend this program. That's where the vision of having a recycling business and a buyback came alive.
So it's about finding the most talented entrepreneurs. It's about focusing on skills development through training, personal support, and then giving them resources and connections to economic opportunities, commercial opportunities to sustain their businesses.
So it was quite a challenging experience for me because I realized that I didn't know much. We did like business analysis, some sales and marketing. We've learned financial management, educating us to know that business money needs to be separated. How to comply with the SARS, how to register the businesses, how to keep your books.
And we now have decided to actually build on this further by working in a more focused project with the recyclers. We have identified, an opportunity to create a waste recycling and collection center in the township.
Show the community there's money in recycling. There's actually employment in recycling. So there's a lot of things that this program has brought into life for us.
We're very thoughtful and methodical about the work that we do. We don't have perfect outcomes all the time, but it's in the imperfection that we can get better. And we've learned and we've grown and we've partnered with really wonderful partners. And the scope continues to expand.
The best thing that I love about having my own business is just the creative side of things and having an impact in the lives of so many people.
South Africa has a big problem with jobs and unemployment. A job is not just an income, it's also pride and support for your family. And I think that's the goal that I'm trying to do in this business.
I'm very passionate about making sure that I employ young people. So the thoughts that I occupy myself with is how can I grow this business so that I can employ as many people as I can.
Today, 2 years along the line, going for my 3rd year, we have grown from 1 employee to 12 employees. For me as an owner, looking at my employees smiling, taking a salary home, that makes me feel I'm doing something here, I'm making a difference.